Hello everyone, welcome. This is Caroline with CHICMOTO. I am back again with another video. This time Rain-X was nice enough to send me some product to try. I have 4 different bottles right here, and I know most of them are new on the Rain-X line. So they sent me some to give a whirl, and today we're going to go through 2 of them, but I'll kind of walk you through all 4. We'll use this glass cleaner and interior detailer. I know a lot of you that follow me are probably like, whoa, what is she doing? Doesn't she normally use invisible glass? Which yes, I do, but I wanted to give them a try. Why not? So I'm gonna use this glass cleaner and interior detailer after I use this water repelling fast wax. So on my Jeep that I have today, haven't really waxed it that often or much this year, which I really need to give it a very hard wax, but I don't have time for that right now, so I figured might as well use this water repelling fast wax in the meantime. This big guy is a waterless car wash and rain repellent. I'm not normally a fan of them. I'm not gonna use it today because I wanted to get some wax on my car anyways. The waterless car wash is mainly if you have cleaned your car and you're going to take it to a show and you wanna kind of buff it up when it's sitting before the show starts. So in other words, your car is fairly clean, and this will just add an extra wash and shine to the car. So that's why I'm not gonna use it right now, because it doesn't necessarily have any wax in there, whereas the fast wax of course does. But also this is something that I would mainly take to a show to buff up my car before showing it. And then this is a 2-in-1 exterior detailer, kind of the same thing, except this one has some rain repellent in it. So the 2-in-1 is almost like a wax, but it's not necessarily a wax. So it's mainly used to make your car look good. And then it also has the water repellent in it to help any of the water bead off. So those are the 4 products that Rain-X sent me, and all 4 of them are fairly new to the market. I'm going to use these 2, starting with this fast wax, excuse me. And I'll kind of show you how I use it. On the back, I know it says that you can spray, of course, sparingly and evenly, wipe surface in circular motion using a dry microfiber towel. I normally, when I'm using wax products, I like the towels to be just barely damp. So I feel like a super dry towel is just going to leave scratches. So I like it to just be damp, not necessarily even moist. I just like lightly damp. So I'm gonna go dampen a towel, and then I'm gonna spray this on and kind of show you. You're pretty much just spraying it on and then wiping in circular motions. And then afterwards you can use a drier towel to kind of buff it out. So that is this fast wax water repelling. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've already cleaned my Jeep. You do want to make sure that you have a clean car before waxing or doing any detailing stuff to your car, of course. Right now, I'm about to use this water repelling fast wax from Rain-X, and I have a yellow microfiber cloth that is just barely damp. And I like to use not the extra plush side, because I feel like it picks up a lot of particles, which can then scratch your car. So I just dampened this side, and I'm going to keep it folded like this. And I'm going to spray. So one thing I was wondering, I feel like this should be a little bit more of like a spray trigger, but as you can see, it's kind of in a foamy, thicker material. So then you're gonna just take your cloth and rub around, which adds the wax, and then you'll take another cloth and kind of buff it out. So this is a fast wax, so that means that you don't necessarily have to apply it, let it sit until it gets a little bit of a white residue, and then buff it out. This one pretty much means that you can wax it, you can wipe it, sorry about that, and not necessarily have to let it sit and then buff it out. So technically you can just use this microfiber cloth and that's it. You don't have to use a dry one to buff it out. As you can see, there's not much filament on it at all, and I'm just wiping it over. And that's kind of the whole point with these fast waxes. They're not a permanent thing. It's not something that you need to do twice a year like a normal wax. This is mainly in between waxes. Also, I like to do it on my front ends and fenders, especially on this Jeep, because it helps keep the bugs off. And it not necessarily keeps them off, but it helps when I go to clean my Jeep, which isn't that often. It helps to get rid of the bugs a little bit more quicker when you have a bit of a wax on it. So normally twice a year, I give my cars a good wax with a little bit heavier duty product than just this quick wax. And then in between, I normally use the Stoner Car Care Speed Bead, which comes in an aerosol and or a trigger similar to this one. So this one would kind of be like Speed Bead. Of course, I'm assuming it has the Rain-X water repelling device in it. So I'm gonna finish waxing my car and kind of let you know what I think. Cheers. Okay, I just finished waxing the Rubicon. As you can see, it definitely has a nice shine to it. I won't really see the water beading until it gets into the rain. But so far so good. I just don't like the trigger spray. I think there might be something up with my bottle, which I'll talk about with them. But other than that, not too bad. So I didn't even try this, but I used the Fast Wax, the new Rain-X water repelling fast wax yesterday on my car, and luckily for them it actually rained today. Not luckily for me because I just washed my car, but it rained and you can kind of see the repelling effect that the fast wax has. Of course, this is a fast wax, so it's not long term, so it won't have as much water repelling effect as a more long term stronger wax, but for a fast wax it's not that bad. So I just wanted to show you that. Next up, we're going to talk about the glass cleaner and interior detailer. So first time using it, just going to spray and wipe as usual. I'm going to do my glass first, and then I'm going to take my claw, since it'll be a little wet, and I'll go over the interior, just detail it up a little bit. So you can see all the lovely cars in my shop. I just used the glass cleaning side of it. I will say it was a little bit more work to take off. I feel like there's a little bit of an oily feel to it, but after scrubbing it out, it looks like the glass is pretty clean. As well as on, these are all tinted, but they wiped up nice. So instead of spraying the product directly on my interior, I'm actually gonna spray it on my towel and then wipe over everything, just to avoid any blotches that it may give your interior. So I'm just gonna wetten this up just a little bit more than it already is and go over all of my interior, probably my touchscreen, and just kind of buff things up a bit. Let's get to it. So that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna show you guys the glass cleaner and interior detailer, as well as the wax for now. They did send me other product, but my car is not ready for any of that at the moment. It's currently wet since it's been raining. So those are the two. I'll link the other ones that they sent me, some pictures for anyone that is interested in checking them out. And I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be sure to shoot some new ones shortly. See ya.